everybody. Happy National Craft Month. It's Cindy A. Lewis here bringing you another video a day for National Craft Month. I am going to be sharing the Crafter's Companion subscription box 4. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, a lot of these are not available like regular price because they don't make them anymore, but you can find them on eBay. You may find them discounted in different places like on the Crafter's Companion site, or maybe even HSN has some discounted ones because they're starting a new monthly craft club, and that is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be fun teaching on techniques. So I'm really excited about joining that one. But this one is, we're going to explore box 4, which is a Create a Card set. You get 200 elements, and we're going to make a fun card. Lots of goodies in here to explore. And honestly, I'm sort of a craft collector, so I've collected these, but I haven't necessarily made anything out of them, so they're going to be really fun for you and for me. And if you haven't gone to the March 1st video and entered to win one of those amazing prizes back there, make sure you go to the March 1st video. I've linked it below. It's easy. Click on the link. It'll take you there. You have to put the words craft giveaway in the comments. You can enter every day, but you do have to be 18 or older, and you do have to be a subscriber, and you do have to be US or Canada. So thanks so much for watching the March 1st video, entering to win my big giveaway this month, celebrating crafts. I love crafting. It is my therapy, and on Saturdays I have a crafting therapy, and it's just a time where we kind of take our time. We just get inspired. It's not like I don't always have like a super plan. I have a basic plan. I know what we're going to make, but then I want to allow that creativity to just flow. And so it may be a little bit longer video. But anyway, all right, so let's dig into this subscription box number 4 and learn about Create a Card dies. And if you didn't notice, I am wearing my Waymaker shirt that I got from Temu. I did a haul yesterday on that, and I really like it. It's very, very cute. Okay, Create a Card craft kit. It makes a minimum of 18 cards. I don't believe that I've opened this kit yet, so we're going to open it on up. All right, over 200 elements in this kit. There's always a thank you for your purchase card on here. Little note from Sarah Davies. Welcome to your new project kit. It includes your cards and envelopes. A couple of different sets here. Looks like 4 different sets to make cards. How fun is that? Your ribbon, colored cardstock, the small square, pearls, different colors to go with the theme. You have your small Create a Card die. You have some other small dies like flowers and things. You also have your stamps, some fun sentiments and some other stamps. Then here is some acetate. You also have your box, so you could make a box with this, and then some fun papers. So let's dive into this. Okay, you can see the different little miniature dies, and then of course this beautiful Create a Card die. It fits perfectly on the small, and then you can put it in the middle to cut out the middle also on a card. So I think we're just going to start with the small and see how that goes. Okay, so I've kind of played it in my mind. We're going to do 2 projects. Now that I've opened this up, we're going to make a small card first. It's an easel card, and the card is already scored for us. So the easel card will go like this, and we'll put our front on there. So what we have here is the white card that is going to go behind the big, huge Create a Card die. And then we're going to also create this as our background. So it'll be real pretty. we're going to do that. We're going to have fun with this one, and then we'll kind of make another project. First, I'm going to take my little Create a Card die, and I'm going to cut it on this white piece right here. And we're going to send that through the MIDI that I have right here on my desk. Okay, so this is really intricate. It cuts the middle out, which is nice, and that will give us the ability to put a message in the middle of our card. So all these little things, we'll poke those out. You want to make sure they're out so that when you go to use your metal die the next time, it cuts well for you. Okay, so I cut that out. I'm going to put this trim like here on the bottom, just because it is the bottom. It doesn't fit quite right on that white paper, but that's okay. So we're going to fit this on here. And I used my dotty tape pen, because then you don't have that extra kind of strings hanging. So that looks really, really pretty. And this will fit on here real nice. So you can see that. And then we want to put something up here, maybe a butterfly, maybe, you know, flower, your bow, and all that kind of stuff. And then we want to put all that kind of stuff. That sounds really technical, but, you know, decoration, embellishments. And then here is the stopper for the card. And if you want to, also you can put cardstock on the inside, which I would say you would want to do, just because it's designed for you to be able to see that inside. So depending on how you want the card to display. So we're going to put this on here. And that's our stopper. Now, one thing too would be pretty on here is to put some flowers. Okay, I'm going to use some of the stamps from this set. And I'm going to use this shimmer pearlescent pigment amethyst. And I'm just going to go over these stamps with the ink. And then we'll emboss it. Make it look real pretty. And make sure that we've got something pretty to go on this card, even though it's a small card, like a note card size. Just go over it one more time. All right, then I'm going to set that aside, and I know there's a reflection, so sorry about that. I'm going to put some clear embossing powder over the image, all three of them, and do them at the same time. And then I'm going to cut them out. Okay. And so this is clear embossing powder. And we'll use the heat tool to bring that embossing powder to life. It really kind of melts it. If you've never embossed before, it is a pretty cool technique. I'm going to zoom in a bit for you so that you can see. I'm going to turn on my heat gun. It's going to be loud, but you can see the embossing powder start to melt. So you usually just warm up your heat gun or tool, let it get warm, and then you're just going to go over the image, let that heat melt the powder. And then you'll start to see it change. I don't know if you can see it or not. You see it getting darker. Trying to keep it where you can see it. And this is what pigment ink is good to use for. there we go. So you can see that iridescence and everything. So that'll be cute on our stopper and on our card. So let's put that together. Now, one little trick I'm doing is just running my white over the sides of my ink pad, just to give that little faint hint of that purple around the edges. It's not very strong, but it is there nonetheless. All right, so now I'm gonna glue this backing on here, and I am going to cut a piece to go on the inside of this same paper. So we're gonna let that set and get a piece to go on the inside. So we're just gonna carry that same colors inside. For the inside, I cut my butterfly design paper 1/4 of an inch smaller than the 4x4, so 3/4 by 3/4. And this will just sit in here like this, matte and layered. Okay. Now for the stopper will go here. But first, we're gonna glue some flowers, and we're gonna glue a butterfly in the middle. Now we're going to take our butterfly and we're going to kind of bend it a little bit so it looks like it's in flight, and it stands up. Okay, so I've got my my glue gun over here heating up, but for the butterfly I don't necessarily need it, but for my flowers I do want to use my glue gun. So I'm going to use my 3D Collal glue, which is a cool alternative to a foam pad. I'm just going to put that butterfly right there. And then I'm going to do the same thing while that's drying. I'm waiting on my glue gun. I'm going to put a butterfly up here with the same glue instead of a foam pad. But you could use a foam pad if you want it to be dimensional. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to take this one and do the same thing, but it's going to go up from the bottom. And then we're going to make a bow also. So we've got that there. And then we're going to put a bow here and a flower. All right, so waiting on the glue gun, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've made a little sentiment to go here in the front. So we're just going to put that here in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to take our flowers and we're going to glue one on either side here of the butterfly. They are kind of big, but I think they'll look okay. And we're just making this a really big 3D card. Okay, so this will go wherever you want your card to stand up. So however far back you want your card to stand, like this. So I'm just going to put it here. There we go. So then the card will stand like that. Okay, and then the only other thing, and then you would need a special envelope for this, is I'm going to put a flower here. I may put two, I think, right there. And then we can just put a little bow down here. And then I've got some jewels or pearls that I want to put on here. So I'm just going to lay that down. And usually I just use like a little tacky glue to put these on. These are on adhesive, but it doesn't always stick very well. So just wherever you want to put your pearls, if you just want them on the card or if you want them somewhere else, I'm not going to put one there. And you can use tweezers or a little pickup tool to put them on. I'm just using my fingers right now just to put them on. But they add a lot to the finishing touches of a card. So if you are looking for some, you can find them at like Dollar General or Dollar Tree. And of course your other craft stores would have them as well. So I'm just going to put this one on here. And then if you want to add them to like the corners of your card or anything like that, you know, they just add a little bit. Now I was going to put a bow, so I'm going to go do that real quick and put a little bow down here. So the ribbon that comes with, let me scoot you out as well. The ribbon that comes with the subscription box is color coordinated to go with the papers that are here. And we're just going to make a small bow, not a big one. And let me get that adhesive off there. But generally I just do a little easy bow, like you're tying your shoe. And you can do that with a bow maker if you have one or want to do that, or you know, however you want to do it. I usually pull it tight and then I trim the tails. So, and then since I have my glue gun out, I'm just going to put a little glue here on my card. And then put my bow there, like that. And then there is the cute little 4x4 card. Pretty cute. Now I want to make a second project for you. I probably won't go step by step. I'll just show you what I'm doing, and then we'll be done. For the second project, we're going to make a little shaker box. This is the bottom. These two came already prepared for me from the kit. So I'm just going to fold these back. I'm going to use my scoring tool or my bone folder just to give it a good sharp fold. This is the bottom of the box. So I'm not really going to decorate the bottom, but I am going to put it together for you. Bottom of boxes are usually about 1/8 of an inch smaller than the top. Okay, so I'm just going to use my glue gun to put it together. So it's right here. I'm just going to grab that, and we're going to put this together really fast. Just hold that in place a second. You can use regular glue. You can use a tape pen. Usually a tape pen will have a strong adhesive too, but you want to make sure that it stays together. And just putting it on the flap just a little and pushing that together. And I'll fix that in just a minute. And here we go. Okay, here's my bottom. Now before I put my top together, I want to go ahead and glue everything to it that I want on it. So this is my background piece, which is going to be matte and layered with the alcohol based glue instead of tacky glue, but you can use tacky glue as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. The box is going to be 6 by 6, so I cut my paper 1/4 of an inch smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and do the folding, and then we're going to put some papers on the side as well. So we're just going to make sure we get all those folds done. All right, this is going to be, you know, like the top and bottom here of the page. So I cut another sheet of the paper that coordinates with this design. It has the same pretty greens and peaches to it. And I'm just cut this 1/4 of an inch smaller. So it's 3/4 inch wide and 5 3/4 long. I think that's right. So I'm just doing this kind of fast just so that you can see how it comes together. Now this is going to be a shaker, so we're going to have that element added to it as well. This will be fun, interactive little gift box. And it turns out really pretty. So I do have some little butterfly die cuts that I had picked up from Dollar Tree at one point So I'm going to use those to accent this box as well as some flowers. Okay, so this is going to be my box. Then on top, I have cut out this Create a Card metal die cut through a piece of white. You can see my tape stuck to it. I just want to show you that. But because I'm going to put these pieces on this card, then I'm going to cover that up. And I did cut them all the same, which I should have cut the top and bottom a little smaller. So I will make that adjustment. And we're going to glue this on here to be around the edges. And then we're going to do the shaker element so you can see how that works. Okay, so this is going to need to go here, and it's going to be just a little bit smaller. All right, I made the adjustment, and this is 3 3/4 long, 3/4 of an inch wide. So we're just going to center that there. Just going to add a little bit more to it. And then you can decide if you want the long pieces on the top or the bottom or the sides, however you want, if you were to make this. All right, so this is going to be where my, you can see the shaker through that. And it's going to be on top of here, so it'll look really pretty and delicate. I'm going to take my acetate, and it's going to adhere to the back of this piece. All right, folks, this is just real. I'm just real. When you make a mistake, you just keep going. Anyway, so my acetate is adhered to this piece. All right, now I'm going to put my foam down. This is kind of a thinner foam, so I am going to make sure that it is thick enough because I want my shaker to shake without any problem. It may be good, just depends. I guess we could just go with it. But if you weren't sure, you could do a double layer. And that's what I'm deciding if I want to do a double layer of foam or not. So pulling this off, I have decided I am going to do one more layer just because I want it to be thicker. So what I'm doing is just going over my foam again with another layer of foam. Before I put my lid together, I am going to put this on. So I want my sequins in the middle. That's what I'm going to use, these sequins here. This is what I had in my stash at home. But you could use whatever confetti or whatever it is that you have. You just want to make sure it's towards the middle when you go to add whatever in. And if you wanted to add like some little charms or something, you could do that if you have enough space. Like I could add a butterfly in there. I'll just do that. All right. So now I'm going to make sure that I have it the way that I want it. And I just need to line it up because it is very sticky, and once it sticks down, it is there. All right, so then here's my shaker element. My butterfly doesn't seem to want to move, so I don't know if something's under it or not. Oh, there it goes. All right, so there we go. Once you have your top all adhered, then you can go ahead and, finish decorating. You can put your top together. I'm going to go ahead and put my top together. And then I'm going to put a bow and a couple of flowers and a couple of butterflies on here as accents. And you can just make them how you want. So this is really fun. So I have these. And then I also have these, which I think are really pretty. And then I'm going to take some of this green ribbon, the wider ribbon, and just make a big bow. And I also have some of these pearls that I used in the last project that I think would be really pretty to use as like little accents. So here is my quick bow. And I like the big ribbon here. Now, if you wanted to, you could iron the ribbon. Sometimes it's not wrinkle-free. So you just have to decide which side you want to show. Let's see, like that. And I'm thinking either here, or I was thinking down the side would be a fun ribbon place for the ribbon. So we'll just put that there. And then what we can do, which I love the shaker, don't you? Take a couple of flowers. I'm just going really fast here now, and I'm just going to add a little, well, that has glue on it. I'm just going to put those here. I'll just put another one. And then I'll take a butterfly and just put, should I put it down or up? What do you think? I think I need one more flower here, and then we'll put a butterfly right there, and we'll just put glue on it so it'll stick really fast. Now you have more time at home, so you might want to put you know, your other adhesive, because you have time to let it dry. And so then I have this, and I think I'm just going to put let's see which color looks the best with it. Oh, they all look good. I think this one here. All right, and then you have your box. There we go. I hope you enjoyed the projects that I made from this Creative Card number 4 subscription box. Got the shaker box. And then we also have Follow Your Dreams little note easel card. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you'll come back for another video a day from for National Craft Month. And tomorrow it'll be a surprise. So don't forget to go and enter on the March 1st video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.